Good morning, guys. I am heading down South Kerr Avenue in Wilmington, heading toward Monkey Junction, which is a little area south of Wilmington. Gonna install a Payne system today, 2.5 tons, heat pump. Got to run a new line set, or release a new suction line. It's a budget job. They had a budget and I came up with something we could do. It was, so we're gonna look for a little bit of savings in this one. So come along for the trip. Hey guys, I'm taking this old Lennox out here. Kept frosting up and the homeowner said it was just time to take it out. Looks like some bad placement on the defrost sensor. Kind of catching it on the tail end there. Maybe not defrosting as often as it should. That's hard to tell. It's been doctored a little bit here, but she's going bye-bye. It's gonna be replaced by a Payne matched with a Carrier indoor unit because they're basically all made by Carrier. I am waiting for my brother to turn off the indoor air handler. There's 26 volts out here. I don't want to blow the transformer and scare the crap out of him. So I'm going to give him a call, have him shut that off so I can disconnect everything and get this out of the way. Guys, I'm getting our Carrier air handler ready. Not much to happen. We got to put a new heater in it and take it upstairs. Other than that, it'll be squared away. It's left-hand discharge. It'll be in left-hand upstairs. That's about all we have to do. I want to go ahead and get this ready while my brother finishes getting the stand built up in the attic so we can move it right up there when we get done. Alright guys, we have our Payne all in place, the old Lennox sitting side by side. We are about to open it up, attach the wiring. The line set's going to be replaced, or at least the suction line is. Have to go straight up right there, so I'm going to fasten a few things in place and I'll plot out where those refrigerant lines are going. Guys, if we look at the Payne, we can see same old defrost borders and a lot of Carrier Bryant ICP products. We have our dual run capacitor, same old Hanover contactor. We do have a Gentech fan motor, but one of the differences you will see if you're up close to them is that the metal is just a little bit thinner. Everything's just a little bit flimsier. Just in general, the grills are a little bit cheaper. A little bit easier. You can tell just from moving them that they're a little easier. The outside grill's firm, so it's not an issue. Like say one of the Goodmans, how they push in and hit the condenser. I don't think that's going to happen. But just a little bit cheaper. A good alternative in my mind. You just got to be careful about just it is a little bit less as far as build quality. Alright guys, I came straight up. You see right there, I have a little piece of wire sticking up. I have a little pilot hole. I'm going to go up in the attic. It looked like it was free and clear in that particular area. We're going to double check and see if it really is. We have our line set coming down the wall. Turning in, here's our award-winning bend. That is an actual 90-degree elbow right there. And it comes and goes here, up, then back inside. So we used a grinder to cut those off. Those will probably push right back in the wall. We can seal that up. But we have our section line hooked up. I'm gonna put the insulation back on it. Hey guys, I got the Z manifold on here. I got a pressure test on. 155 pounds or so. I like using the Z manifold for pressure tests because you can't see all those little tiny fluctuations you see with digital gauges, and they kind of make you nervous every time it moves up and down that something is wrong. So I like to use this because if there's really something wrong, the manifold will show like an egregious leak, or the vacuum will show if there's a very small one. But leaks that small typically don't show up on nitrogen tests anyway. So I'm going to skip the headache of having the digital gauges play with my mind a little bit. We have our enclosure going up, kind of notched around the softening board there, facial board. And we are going to get ready to put it in the vacuum. The vacuum has been running for a while. You see we're at 61 microns. We'll shut it off. You'll see it'll rise quite a bit, so we'll see what it rises up to. And we are about finished and ready to fire it up. We got drains to tie in the attic, but we can fire it up before that. So we'll see where the vacuum holds. If we get less than 500 microns, we probably will. We will see. We'll give it a couple minutes, and then we will get ready to fire it up. Old Payne's up and running. Got about 360 pounds over 105 on the suction side. So we're looking pretty good. We're actually right on target. Didn't have to add any refrigerant at all. So everything's going pretty good. We're about to disconnect her. We're getting about a 26-degree temperature rise. Heat pump alone, heat strips are giving us another 20, 25 degrees. Everything's looking good. Right on target. Maxed out the airflow on the machine because we do have some older ductwork, so it's not a perfect situation in that regard. But we're still doing pretty good despite that. Well, guys, I'm leaving the job here, pulling out of the yard. Got it done. There's a little bit of rain today. A couple of bouts of rain, and we actually didn't get here because I had to go by carrier, and it took a while to load up till around 10 o'clock. We still got it knocked out. It's 5 o'clock. Changed the air handler, heat pump, brand new line set, new thermostat, all that stuff. But everything went real well. See, our final pressures were around 375 over 110, which was right in line with it being about 74, 75 degree return air. That one system does both floors of the house, so it's a little bit uneven as far as heating and cooling. Zone system would be good, but they had a budget, so we kind of fit the job to their budget. So that's why we went with Payne, which turned out to be a nice, quiet machine. Nothing wrong with Payne at all. I guess the biggest problem would be the smaller gauge of metal. So just kind of a little bit more flimsy than, say, your other ICP you carry or Bryant. But if you take care of it, probably won't be a problem with it. We jacked it up on blocks, so there's no issue with premature rusting on the base, hopefully. And if they get it cleaned every now and then, it'll be good for a long time. So we're all done for today. I'm going to go find the closest Arby's, and then I will see you guys on the next one.